आरम्भं करोतु।
ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा।
धन्यवादः। तु गतसप्ताहे वयं किं पठितवन्तः? केवलम् अभ्यासमेव कृतवन्तः, परन्तु किञ्चित् अन्ते किञ्चित् शीघ्रतया अहं किमपि पाठितवती आसीत्। किं पाठितवती कोऽपि वक्तुं शक्नोति वा किं पाठितवती इति? माधवी महोदय भवती आसीत् खलु गतसप्ताहे? भवती वक्तुं शक्नोति वा किं पठितवन्तः वयं? अन्ते तत् आसीत् खलु पदम् इत्युक्ते किम् इति?
पदं शब्द नामपद।
कति विधाः सन्ति? एकं पदमस्ति चेत् एकं पदमस्ति चेत् अत्र नामपदमस्ति, नो चेत् क्रियापदम्। उत्तमं। तत्र नामपदम् अस्ति चेत् तत्र तस्य अन्यत् एकं नाम अस्ति। किमस्ति? कथं वक्तुं शक्नुमः नामपदम् इत्युक्ते? कोऽपि स्मरति वा?
सुबन्तं।
सुबन्तानि इति वक्तुं शक्नुमः, यतः तत्र प्रत्ययः योजितः अस्ति। सुप् प्रत्ययः इति योजितः अस्ति। सो तत्र प्रातिपदिकं भवति. सो दट् मूलांशः इन् नामपदं वी काल् इट् प्रातिपदिकं. रामशब्दः, राम तत्र प्रातिपदिकं, सुप्रत्ययः यदा योजयामः तत्र सुबन्तम् इति भवति. संस्कृतस्य वैशिष्ट्यं किमस्ति इत्युक्ते तत्र पदमस्ति चेत् केवलं द्विविधमेव भवितुम् अर्हति. केवलं नामपदं, नो चेत् क्रियापदम्। अन्यत् किमपि भवितुं नार्हति. So if anything else, we think it looks like something else, it cannot be that. So if it cannot be declined like if it cannot be conjugated like a verb, it has to be a namapadam. Whether it is an avyayam, whatever it is a namapadam. Avagatam khalu tatra? So tatra namapadam ityukte नामपदं मध्ये अपि नामपदम् इति तत्र नामपदम् इति अपि अस्ति चेदपि तत्र शब्दाः सन्ति. एकनिमिषम् आदि, you're too loud sweetheart. अकारान्त पुल्लिङ्गः रामशब्दः इति वदामः खलु तत्र. अनन्तरम् इकारान्तः पुल्लिङ्गः हरिशब्दः, तत्र अन्तः इति वदामः. यदा वयं तत्र विभक्तिरूपाणि वदामः तत्र किमपि अन्तः इति वदामः. तत्र अन्तः इत्युक्ते किम्? अन्तः इत्युक्ते अत्र पश्यतु, रामशब्दः इति अस्ति. रामशब्दः. Now this seems like we're going back to kindergarten, but we have to go back to kindergarten for this. If we don't go back to kindergarten, we won't know this properly. So रामशब्दः मध्ये तत्र first thing we have to know कति अक्षराणि सन्ति इति प्रथमतया द्रष्टुम् आवश्यकम्. So in Rama, we look at it if we are in English. In English, it's easy. If there is Anu, A-N-U. If it is Hemrani, H-E-M-R-A-N-E-E. Vijaya, V-I-J-A-Y-A. Easy. Parantu atra, when we see Ma at the end, it is not only one aksharam. Because for us, Vyanjana aksharam ityukte halanta aksharam asti. Khalu. Does everybody understand? So that makara actually, that ma at the end is actually a makara. When I say makara, it does not mean that anything else is associated with it. It's just the halant ma. It is makara along with the akara, hasva akara there. If it was Rama, then it will be makara and it will be a dirgha akara. Avagatam khalu? So that ending, that akara is actually hidden over here. We have to just, Sanskrit is a very scientific language. Rama, when we say it, in the end we are opening our mouth. Anytime we open our mouth, there is a swara at the end. Rama, there is Sita, Hari, He. But we are opening our mouth and we are vocalizing. That ending, if there is a vocalized ending swara, that means it is a swara ending shabda. Ajanta shabdaha. Ajantaha kimartham. Why is it called Ajantaha? If you ask. Why have I written? Why couldn't I have just written Svarantaha? I could. Svarantaha is also correct. If I wrote If I wrote svarantah, that is also correct. Okay, but the way they write it in books and all, if you are looking for it, we should know it is written as ajantah. Kimartham ityukte ach iti tatra asti. Ach kimartham? Ach iti पाणिनिना यदा सूत्राणि रचितानि सन्ति तत्र initially there is these things called Maheshwara Sutrani. Have people heard about it? Maheshwarani Sutrani.
Yes,
Atha Maheshwarani Sutrani a I un relik a ong I ouch. So mathematically what Panini did was he took the first letter a I un, then he ended it with ch. So a I o rel a o I au, all of that form under a to ch. So that is all put together, abbreviated as ach. It's called a pratyahara. We'll go more into that when we go into sandhi. Okay, very interesting. So this ach, just for now, all you need to know, ach means all the swaras. That's all it is, all the swaras. So swara at the end, if there is, so ante yasya swaraha asti. Ante yasya ach iti asti. Tatra ajanta shabdaha. That's all you need to know at this point in time. There can be either a word ending with a swara or a word ending with a halanta. Now, when it's ending with a swara, we know how to decline it. It is quite simple. Okay, so we'll start with really quickly. Vijay Mahodaya Bhavan Rama Shabdaha Vaktum Shaknoti va. So start with Akarantaha Pullingaha Rama Shabdaha. Unmute karo.
Namaste Mahodaya, I'm a bit late today.
Chinta nasti. Vilambena adhika vilambena na agatavan. Chinta nasti. Vadu.
आकारान्तः रामशब्दः पुल्लिङ्गः
रामः
रामौ रामाः रामं रामौ रामान् रामेण रामाभ्यां रामैः रामाय रामाभ्यां रामेभ्यः रामात् रामाभ्यां रामेभ्यः रामस्य रामयोगो रामाणां रामे रामयोगो रामेषु.
सम्यक्. तत्र सम्बोधनापि अस्ति हे राम हे राम हे रामौ हे रामाः. उत्तमं, बहु सम्यक्. उत्तमं. तत्र तु अकारान्त वयं जानीमः कथं करणीयम् इति. सीता इति शब्दः अस्ति. आकारान्तः स्त्रीलिङ्गः Sita Shabdaha. So anytime you say a Shabdaha, when you want to say what is the Shabdaha, you should always say Lingaha Kaha, Lingam Kim. When you join it with Pullingam and Strilinga, Pullinga, it becomes a masculine word for some reason. Don't ask me why. I don't know why yet. There is a grammatical reason for it, probably. Definitely. I just don't know what it is. So you have to join the Lingam, you have to join the Antam. Okay. And you have to then decline it. You will know whether it is Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam, Dvitiya Vibhakti Vivachanam, Tadrisham. Okay. So anytime you want to know what the word is, anytime you always have to do that Vishleshanam. You always have to find out what is this word. It is a Namapadam. Okay. But what is that Namapadam? We always have to know. That is called Pada Vivaranam. Okay. So when you do Pada Vivaranam, Atra, Padasya Vivaranam, Namapadam. Ityukte, Tatra you have to know the Anta. You have to know the linga. Tatra lingam iti bhavati. Lingam. Shabdaha. Vibhaktihi. Vachanam. So, you always, so this shabda is there. Can you guys see it? When this shabda is there, Rama Shabdaha. Tatra Ramaha iti aham dadami chet. Tatra bhavantaha sarve jananti. Tatra akaranta pullinga Rama Shabdaha asti. Tatra Ramaha iti asti chet. Tatra tasya vibhakti rupam kim. Prathama vibhakti ekavachanam. Iti vayam janimah. Khalo. Tatra it is simple. Anam Sita su iti agachiti chet. Tatra api vayam jnatum shaknumah. Tatra su iti tyajatu. Sita shabdaha asti. Sita ityukte strilinga shabdaha. Akaranta strilingaha Sita shabdaha. Tattu janimah. Anantaram Sita su ityukte tatra saptami vibhakti bahuvachanam. Iti vaktum shaknumah. So pada vivaranam ityukte you have to give all of those. It's there in this week's homework. So this week's homework has got it. You have to know the Anta, Lingam, Shabda, Vibhakti, Vachanam. Okay? Phalayoho. Phalayoho. Tatra, the first thing you always have to know is what is the Moola Shabda. What is the Pratipadikam? Phala iti Shabdaha asti. Akaranta Napumsakalinga. Now, what is the mistake people will make? They will think, oh, it is Phalam. But Phalam is Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. The Moola Shabdaha is Phala.
Phala.
So, Akaranta Napumsakalinga Phala Shabdaha. Shashti Vibhaktyam asti iti. Tatra yoho iti asti chet dvivachanam. So you need to know anta, lingam, which shabda, which vibhakti, and which vachanam. Now you'll ask me, this is sometimes gets very confusing. There is a beautiful website. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It is called Samskrita Abhyasa. Can I hide this silly thing? Excuse me, sorry. I've got this.
Namaste Mahodaya. Eka prashnam asti. Is it Palayoho or Palasya?
Phalayoho ityukte dvivachanam asti.
Dvivachanam.
Oh, dvivachanam.
Akarantah napumsakalingah phala shabdah phalam
Phalayoho.
Phalayoho iti bhavati. Anytime you get confused, no, it's the perfect thing to do is, I don't know how to go to that tab. Shamitam, it is.
Yeah, I found this link very useful.
This one.
I mean, yes.
Very good website.
Yes.
If you need to go to Namapadani, it is called samskritabhyas.in.
Yeah.
Okay. There is Rupani here. You go to Rupani. If you go into Rupani, it doesn't have every single thing, but it has a lot. You have to type in Devanagari. Suppose I need to know this Mahat was there, no? This week's homework. So Mahat Shabda asti chet. If you go into it, it's got Takaranta Pullingam, Takaranta Napumsakalingam. Let's go into Pullingam. Got all the Vibhakti forms if it opens today. Thank you. There it goes. So you got it.
Mahodaya, can you send the link? Mahodaya, Shamita Mahodaya, can you send the link in the signal group?
I'll send it. Yes.
Dhanyavada Mahodaya.
This one has only a selected set of words. But what you can do is you can look for rhyming words and find, if you can find, like, if Mahat wasn't here, you can look for, Mahats will be there. But suppose there is Jagat and it's not there over here. You look for Brihat, something similar. So look in the slides, it will say, Etadrisham iva asti. It is declined like this. Tadrisham asti che. You can go and find a similar word and then just add the endings.
Yeah. Mahodaya, I found, looking at the class homework 5, I was searching for the words like Balwan, Hanuman. Initially it was a bit difficult, but then I keep changing the dhatu.
Yes,
a little bit. Yes. So then I was able to extract those vibhakti rupas.
Perfect. Because at this point in time, expecting all of us to memorize everything and keep it memorized, if we have not done it in the past, and all of a sudden in 1 week you should memorize all these words is an impossible thing. So you need to look it up. But the more you make sentences, the more you do it, the better off you'll be. Then it will become an kantasti bhavati eva. Without even knowing it, you'll memorize it. Tadeva.
Yeah. See, we can normally remember it and do that.
Yes.
But then also when it comes to homework, we can refer to various sources and find.
Correct.
But when it comes to the revision test or something, we can't use it. So
that's true. But while doing homework, if we do it enough, no, it will become, we'll know it. It will go into our blood. Tadeva.
Okay.
Idanim ajanta shabdaha iti vayam drishtavantaha. Halanta shabdaha api santi. Tatra hal iti vyanjanani. Right now, just know it is vyanjanani. It is also in the Maheshwarani Sutrani. Look, ong, I, ouch, haya, varat, lan. Then you've got nyamangananam, tadrisham. The ha to l will form all the vyanjana varnas over there. So hal is the short form that Panini used instead of writing vyanjanam. Because the sutra lakshanam kim asti, in sutras, the lakshanam is that you have to make everything as short as possible. So rather than using vyanjanam, he used hal. So halanta shabdaha iti vaktum shaknumaha. Halantaha. Now halant shabdas are harder. Definitely harder. Memorizing them, actually they're not hard. They look different. They are only hard because they look different. Halanta shabdas ityukte tatra kim shabdaha. Then you look at kim, you've got ka, k, you've got e, and you've got m. When you end that, you've got kim. You're closing your mouth. It's a halanta shabda. Bhavat, you're not vocalizing at the end. Bhavat, that is a halant shabda. What is the last letter? Takara. So takarantaha we can use pullingaha, bhavat shabdaha. So that will be bhavan, bhavantau, bhavantaha. Pronoun asti, sarvanama shabdah asti. Jananti sarve. You've at least seen it last year in Pravesha.
Mahodaya,
Can you hear? Is there too much noise?
No, it's
No,
clear.
Okay.
it's clear.
Mahodaya, one question I have. One question. These will always be Trishilingeshu, or can it also be one of the
Sarvanamani. If they are Sarvanamani or they are Visheshanani.
Oh.
Visheshanani most probably will be in three lingas. Why? Because we have to be able to say the same Visheshanam for a girl, boy, or Napu.
Okay.
Right? And Sarvanamas are also Visheshanas. So they will also be in three lingas. Okay? So, but some are there special cases where they will only be in Nitya Kimapi Ekam Lingam Eva Bhavati.
Last one is there. Last one is Napumsaka.
Naman. That is Nitya Napumsakalinga Shabdaha. So you will only use it in, even if you say Tasya Nama Kim iti. Tasya Nama Vijayaha. Vijayaha is the, can be used as, is the Visheshyam. That is the noun. But it's Visheshanam is Nama. But Nama is what? Napumsakalingam. But just because Vijayaha is in Pumlinga, we cannot change Nama to Pullinga because there is no Pullinga Shabda. There is no Pullinga form of Nama only. So if it is Nitya Pullinga or Nitya Napumsakalinga, then you have to keep it like that. Like Mitram is Nitya Napumsakalinga. Mama Mitram asti tasyaha nama Sukanya. Even though Mitram is Napumsakalingam, but my friend is a woman, so I say tasyaha nama Sukanya. That is allowed only because Mitram is a Nitya Napumsakalinga Shabda.
Okay.
Now, this will seem confusing now. Don't worry about it. If you make a mistake right now, it's okay. For now, our main laksham is we want the Visheshanam to be the same as the Visheshyam. But if you know a Shabda which is never used in any other linga, just keep that same linga, like Nama, Mitram, we know for sure.
Okay.
Those don't change the linga. Because Mitraha, if it becomes, it is the sun. It is not Mitram anymore. Okay, the meaning changes. So, tad tadrishameva dakaranta trilingeshu tad shabdaha. But when we decline it, we will say dakarantaha pullingaha tad shabdaha saha taute. Right? Because we are doing the pullinga version. Correct? So, whichever linga we are doing at that time, you have to say that linga. Same naman shabdaha. Nama, namni, namani. Tadrisham bhav. One minute. I can't talk right now. Kshamita. So, halanta shabdaha. So, tatra vivaranam iti uktavantaha idanimeva. Shall we do? I can't do it right now. We'll do it later. Kshamita. So, let's go through and let's do quickly just find the pada vivaranam of these words. Okay. Let's start with Gayatri Mahodaya Bhavati Prathama Padam Karoti va. You have to tell me.
Mahodaya, just one question before you start. You know, in one of the slides at the end, the question was, what is the difference between Shabda and Pada? And then one thinking smiley. Padam means it's actually what you said, right? Subantam or Tingantam.
Correct.
Or is it just Subantam?
No, it is both. Padam ityukte nama padam nochet kriya padam. Subantam nochet kriya padam. Parantu shabdaha yada vayam laukika upayogam kurmaha. Tatra kevalam rama shabdaha, sita shabdaha, nama padam krite vayam nama padasya krite eva upayogam kurmaha. Parantu yadi vyakarana shastre pashyamaschet padam shabdaha dvayamapi samanameva. Parantu laukika upayogasya krite shabdaha tu nama padam eva. Pratipadikam. Shabdaha tu pratipadikam.
Astu.
In that is how it is used. Nama shabdaha. So they are using it as a pratipadikam. It is not the case. You don't have to. It's not going to be part of a revision test or anything like that. But the way we say it is, we say Rama shabdaha. That is the through generations. That's how we say it. That's all. Astu. Gayatri Mahodaya, Bhavati Arambam Karoti va. Tatra you have to tell me the anta. Anta padam padatu.
Akara anta pullinga Vishnu shabdaha.
Antaha kaha tatra?
Anta akara ukaranta, sorry. Ukaranta pullinga Vishnu shabdaha. Vishnuhu Vishnu Vishnavaha. Hey Vishnu, hey Vishnu, हे विष्णवः विष्णुं विष्णु विष्णून् विष्णुना विष्णुभ्यां विष्णुभिः विष्णवे विष्णुभ्यां विष्णुभ्यः विष्णोः विष्णुभ्यां विष्णुभ्यः.
Now stop. विष्णोः तत्र विभक्ति का? विष्णोः.
विष्णोः.
विभक्ति का इदानीमेव उक्तवती.
विष्णोः.
पंचमी.
पंचमी विभक्ति.
वचनं.
वचनम् एकवचनं.
अन्यमपि भवितुम् अर्हति. विष्णोः इति पंचमी विभक्ति अनन्तरं
षष्ठी विभक्ति.
सो पदविवरणं कथं ददामः? तत्र उकारान्तः पुल्लिङ्गः विष्णु शब्दः पंचमी नो चेत्
पंचमी अथवा षष्ठी विभक्ति
एकवचनम्. अग्रिमं तु टीना महोदय भवती करोति वा? हेमरानी टीना महोदय.
अस्तु अस्तु भगिनी. हरिणा हरिणा हरिणा. आकारान्त स्त्रीलिंग हरिणा शब्दः.
एकनिमिषं. हरिणा इति प्रथमविभक्त्यां नास्ति. हरि शब्दः. अन्ते किम्? अन्ते वर्ण, अन्तस्य वर्णः कः?
इकारान्त पुल्लिङ्गः हरि शब्दः. तृतीया विभक्ति एकवचनं.
बहु सम्यक्, बहु सम्यक्. तत्र if you are confused, you go back to that Sanskrit abhyas or you start हरि हरि हरयः हरिं हरि हरीन् हरिणाः हरिणा. तृतीया एकवचनं. उत्तमम्. अग्रे अग्रे कः करोति? विजय महोदय भवान् करोति वा? मातरम् इति शब्दः.
मातरं. This is Mata.
Mata. What is the Pratipadikam?
Matru.
Very
Matru.
good. So antah kaha?
Dru.
Samyak. Vadatu.
This is Matram is Dvivachana. Sorry. Pratama, Dvitiya. एकवचन.
Very good. संपूर्णतया वदतु. संस्कृतेन वदतु.
Okay. ऋकारान्तः स्त्रीलिङ्गः द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचन.
शब्दः मातृशब्दः. बहु सम्यक्, बहु उत्तमम्. तत्तु किञ्चित् क्लिष्टकरम् अस्ति. भवान् बहु सम्यक् कृतवान्. अग्रे टीना महोदय भवती करोति वा? भाषते. तत्रापि भाषते. क्रियापदमस्ति. अत्र किमर्थम् अस्ति? सम्यक् नास्ति. अकरोत् क्रियापदम्. क्रियापदस्य इदानीं न कृतवन्तः. पितरौ करोतु. पितरौ करोतु. हीना महोदय पितरौ.
ऋकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग.
ऋकारान्तः
पुल्लिङ्ग. पितृ शब्दः. विभक्ति इस् सप्तमी एकवचनं.
सप्तमी वा?
सप्तमी विभक्ति.
Can you tell me पिता शब्दः? Can you conjugate it? Can you decline it for me?
पिता पितरौ पितरः. पितरौ या पिता पितरौ.
So what is pitarau?
पितरः.
No, stop. What is pitarau?
Pitarau is dvivachanam.
Which vibhakti?
Oh, sorry, pitarau is dvivachanam. It is prathama vibhakti and dvitiya vibhakti.
Very good. Can you tell me the full name?
Pitari is seventh vibhakti.
Very good. Pitari is seventh, saptami. Uttamam. So
Yeah.
ऋकारन्तः पुल्लिङ्गः पितृशब्दः
Pullinga Shabda. Yeah.
प्रथमा नो चेत् द्वितीया विभक्त्यां द्विवचने
Dvivachane. Yeah.
बहु सम्यक् उत्तमं तत्रापि किञ्चित् क्लिष्टकरम् अस्ति उत्तमं तो तत्र क्रियापदम् अपि अस्ति यदि क्रियापदम् अस्ति चेत् तत्रापि विवरणं कर्तुं शक्नुमः तत्र कथं कुर्मः चेत् तत्र धातुः अस्ति मूल्यांशः धातुः so in namapadam the moolamshah is pratipadikam in kriyapadam it is dhatu we should know this because when we go later dhatu is the one that is divided into those ganas so dhatuhu asti tatra it can be either parasmaipadi no chet atmanepadi that is simple to see once we have given the full verb it is simple to see which is parasmai which is atmane correct if it ends in ikara e or something like that we know it is parasmai if it ends in a then we know it's atmanepadi then we should know the lakara whether it is lat lakara, rit lakara, lot lakara or lang lakara. Those are the only 4 lakaras we know so far. And what is the purusha and vachanam? Prathama purusha asti va, madhyama purusha asti va, ekavachanam, dvivachanam, bahuvachanam. So pathati. Tatra pat iti dhatu asti. Pat dhatu avashyakam chet tatra ashtadhyayi is the best thing. Go to ashtadhyayi dhatu pataha. Put your, even if you don't know what the dhatu is, it will tell you. All you have to do is go pa, tha, if you type pathati, you go in, it will tell you. Kartari latlakaraha, parasmai padam, prathama purushaha, ekavachanam. It's done the full pada vivaranam there for you. You don't have to do anything else. It is done there for you. Pathati, iti datum shaknumaha tatra. Now you have to know this is done by volunteers. So some of them can be incorrect. There is very few that is incorrect. Some of them might not be there. If that is the case, you ask us or something, we'll do koshas. When we do next lesson, we'll do some koshas and we'll be able to help you with that. Okay. So at this point in time, right now, just using ashtadhyayi. So lekhishyami iti asti chet tatra lik dhatu asti. Parasmai padi dhatu. Rit lakaraha. Kimartham lekhishyami iti bhavishyat kale bhavati. To rit lakaraha. Uttama purushaha. Ami iti asti. Uttama purushaha. Tatra ekavachanam. Aham lekhishyami. That they. Now we have to do Vijay Mahodaya, you have to do your da dhatu, and Rajashri Mahodaya has to do, and she's not there today. So we can't do bid. Or someone else can do bid. Tina Mahodaya had to do bid. So da dhatu asti chet tatra atra atmane padi rupah asti. Rupam asti. So datte we don't know the atmane padi rupam. We have not learnt it. As in we don't know it. We haven't memorized it. So again, you're getting confused. Go here. Do datte. There you go. कर्तरी लट्लकारः आत्मनेपदं प्रथमपुरुषः एकवचनं किमर्थम् आत्मनेपदं यतः उभयपदी धातु अस्ति it is there in both parasmaipadi and atmanepadi so right now this is the atmanepadi rupam so we've got in latlakara prathama purusha ekavachanam tadeva asti okay so datte now if we do pada vivaranam so now we can do who is there can we get Priya Mahodaya bhavati karoti va bhashate pada vivaranam karoti
bhashate
प्रथमतया धातु अनन्तरं आत्मनेपदी वा परस्मैपदी वा अनन्तरं पुरुषः वचनं वदनीयम् अन्यत् किं तदेव खलु लकारः टेल मी द धातु फर्स्ट
भाषते भाष भाष धातु
परस्मैपदी वा
आत्मनेपदी
सम्यक् लकारः
लट्लकार
सम्यक् वचन पुरुषः वचनं
पुरुषः एकवचनं
प्रथमपुरुष मध्यमपुरुष उत्तमपुरुषः कः
प्रथमपुरुषः
सम्यक् प्रथमपुरुषः भाष् धातु तत्र आत्मनेपदी रूपम् अस्ति भाष् धातु आत्मनेपदी रूपं लट् लकार प्रथमपुरुष एकवचनम् उत्तमं मञ्जुषा महोदय भवती अकरोत् इति करोतु
कृ धातुः
सम्यक्
कृ धातुः इदानीं परस्मैपदी एव अस्ति किन्तु कृ धातु उभयपदी अस्ति
बहु उत्तमम्
अकरोत् प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं
विभक्ति अस्ति वा धातु मध्ये
प्रथमपुरुषः एकवचनं
सम्यक् लकारः कः
लङ् लकारः
बहु सम्यक् बहु उत्तमं धन्यवादः अग्रे अग्रे का करोति माधवी महोदय भवती कृतवती खलु अग्रे मोहिनी महोदय भवती करोति वा
आम्
कुरुथ कुरुथ
कुरुथ क्रू धातु परस्मैपदी मध्यमपुरुष बहुवचन
बहु सम्यक् लकार
लकार लट् लकार
क्रू धातु तत्र अत्र परस्मैपदी रूपमस्ति परन्तु उभयपदी
धातु
परन्तु you can write either if you write ubhayapadi also it's correct but we are using the prasmepadi here only so you can say parasmepadi also no problem tatra because we are asking for the vivaranam of this padam khalu so this is in parasmepadi so it's correct one okay agre agre ka अनुराधा महोदय भवती अन्तिमं करोति वा
वदानि वद् धातु परस्मैपदी वद् धातु परस्मैपदी दिस इज लोट् लकार लोट् लकार बहुवचनं which is प्रथमपुरुष only I think
एकवारं वद् वद् धातोः लट् लकारस्य लोट् लकारस्य रूपाणि वक्तुं शक्नोति वा चिन्ता मास्तु पठ् धातु वदतु पठ् पठतु पठतु
Can you start? I don't remember. I'm blank actually. Patani, patama.
So what is patani?
So badani. So then it is uttama purusha. Uttama purusha.
Ekavachanam.
Ekavachanam. Uttama purusham ekavachanam.
Very good. Yes, this is lot lakara. No, lot lakara we don't use so much. That's why I gave it to you.
I found out it's lot. But now at the Purusham, it's I got lost.
Correct, you got it. Very good. Bahu samyak. Uttamam. So this is how we do pada vivaranam. Now there are these halanta shabdas, and I told you halanta shabdas. See, I can teach it to you one shabda every day in class. Okay, that it's not a problem for me or anything. It will just eat into the time. Now with you see how slowly I move through and work through things with you. If I have to teach you every single word in class, shabdaha. We will basically spend our whole lives doing only shabdas. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to have a lot of abhyasa with these shabdas. Takaranta, let me introduce you to the forms. So bhavat shabdah vayam janimaha. Kopi anuvadati va. Who wants to repeat after me? Vijay Mahoday bhavan anuvadati va. I'll say one line, you repeat after me. Takarantah pullingaha bhavat shabdah.
तकारान्तः पुल्लिङ्गः भवत् शब्दः
भवान् भवन्तौ भवन्तः
भवान् भवन्तौ भवन्तः
हे भवन् भवन्तौ भवन्तः
हे भवन् भवन्तौ भवन्तः
भवन्तं भवन्तौ भवन्तः भवतः
भवन्तं भवन्तौ भवतः
भवता भवद्भ्यां भवद्भिः
भवता भवद्भ्यां भवद्भिः
भवते भवद्भ्यां भवद्भ्यः
भवते भवद्भ्यां भवद्भ्यः
भवतः भवद्भ्यां भवद्भ्यः
भवतः भवद्भ्यां भवद्भ्यः
भवतः भवतोः भवतां
भवतः भवतोः भवतां
भवति भवतोः भवत्सु
भवति भवतोः भवत्सु
उत्तमम् you can just look at it and do it, but I don't recommend it because when you don't say it, you will not do the spellings properly. You will not know whether it is hrasva or dirgha. Okay, you will not know whether there is a gunitaksharam or a samyuktaksharam there. For words, the best way is the old way. You say it over and over again. The matrix, you say it. There are patterns Yes, I will explain the patterns really quickly, but the more you say it, the better you will be. And the more sentences you form, the better you will be. So when you go home right after this class, your homework, take Bhavan, you know how to do. Take Mahan Shabdaha, take Brihan Shabdaha. For Ekavachanam, make sentences, one sentence for all the Vibhaktis. Just quickly say it to yourself. Don't write it. Say it. Okay? And if you have a confusion about it, put it in the group. I respond immediately. So respond, write it down and send it. So say the matrix definitely, and Ekavachanam use and make sentences. 100% you should do that. Takaranta Shabdas are new because they are formed differently. Why did we introduce you to the Akaranta Shabdas first? Because Akaranta Shabdas form about 50% or more of the Shabdas. But the Takaranta Shabdas are Visheshanani. So when we do Visheshya Visheshana Bhava, when we need to know intelligent boy, Buddhiman Balakaha, Bhavan, Buddhimat Shabdaha asti. Takaranta Pullingaha Buddhimat Shabdaha, Buddhiman Balakaha. He Buddhiman Balakam. Balaka. He Buddhiman Balaka. Buddhimantam Balakam Pashyami. Buddhimata Balakena Saha Gachami. Buddhimate Balakaya Phalam Dadami. Buddhimataha Balakaha. Buddhimataha Balakat Phalam Swikaromi. Buddhimataha Balakasya Nama Vijayaha. Buddhimati balake mama atma vishwasaha asti. See how simple it is to make those sentences. Use the same other words, but just change the vibhaktis. It was hard. I was making mistakes. Why? Because the endings of balaka shabdaha is akaranta. This is takaranta. It is very easy to make mistakes. The more you make sentences, the better you will be. Okay? Ekavachanam. Because Vivachanam and Bahuvachanam, you will see, are pretty simple. So, Prathama Vibhakti Madhye, when it is Bhavan, so Bhavan will be similar to most of our Visheshanani. Dhiman, Buddhiman, Bhagavan, Yavan, Tavan. Okay, Yavat, Tavat, Yavan, Tavan. Yavan, Dirghaha, Tat Saha Asti, Tavan, Dirghaha, Aham Nasmi. Dirgha, long, it's wrong. Not aham, but let's not talk about dirghaha. What is, how do we say? Yavan unnataha sahasti, tavan unnata aham nas, tavati unnata. We'll go to the ikaranta shabdas later, the strilinga, because I was talking about me. Suppose I'm masculine. Yavan unnataha sahasti, tavan unnataha aham nasmi. I'm not as tall as him. So that is the comparison. Yavan, tavan. Even that follows the same thing. Okay, we'll go into the yahasaha, we'll go into that exercise. But bhavan, bhavantau, bhavantaha, he bhavan, the a drops. It is hrasva akara. Bhavan, then the bhavantau, bhavantau, bhavantau. Dvivachanam, if you see, prathama, sambodhana and dvitiya, bhavantau stays the same, most of the cases. Bahuvachanam, bhavantaha, bhavantaha for prathama and sambodhana, but bhavataha for bahuvachanam dvitiya, and bhavataha for panchami and shashti ekavachanam, almost always. Then for after that, if you look at tritiya to saptami, if you remember the ekavachanam, your life is kind of set because it is akaranta. It is there is an a at the end for tritiya. A, e, aha, aha, I. A, e, aha, aha, I. Then the dvivachanam is easy. Bhyam, 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 toho, toho. How does it happen in Rama? We add a ya. We say Rama yoho. That ya doesn't come. Okay. And even in the Shashti Bahuvachanam, it is Rama nam. We don't add that na. We just go bhavatam. We just add the am to the end. Bhavatam. And this one is strange. Bhavatsu. Rameshu. The only other place we've seen su is where? In Saptami Bahuvachanam. Where else have we seen su?
Strilinga.
Akaranta Shabde. Kevalam. Only Sita su. Right? Ramasu. So we see it also in Takaranta Pullinga. But if we go to, so now most of these from Tritiya to Saptami will be the same. Let's look at Mahan Shabdaha. That is different only in the Prathama and Dvitiya forms. So Mahan is Bhavan, But in Dvivachanam and Bahuvachanam, the Bhavan Shabdaha lost the A, Dirgha A. But Mahan will keep it. Mahantau, Mahantaha. Now don't ask me why, I don't know. Okay, but look from Dvitiya Bahuvachanam, Mahataha, Mahataha, Mahataha. From Dvitiya Bahuvachanam, it is exactly the same as the Bhavan Shabdaha. Okay, so only in Prathama, Sambodhana Prathama and Dvitiya up to Dvivachanam, the A stays. Everything else is the same. Okay. Brihat Shabda.
One question, sorry. So in Mahat, what are the other similar words like
Nothing.
in the other one you told? Nothing.
There is a similar word, but it is Sakarantaha. Vidwan Shabdaha is similar.
Okay. So
Vidvas Shabdaha. It is similar, but we'll do that later.
okay. For now, Mahat is the only one different from Bhavat.
Correct.
Okay.
Brihan is also different. Why? Now there is no Dirgha A only.
Oh,
Okay.
acha.
So Bhavan is the most common. Like Bhavan, the Dirgha A is there in only Ekavachanam. Everywhere else, the Dirgha A goes away. In Mahan, you only have it in Prathama and Dvitiya up to Dvivachanam. Everywhere else, the Dirgha A goes away. Brihan, very nice. There is no Dirgha A only. So where it is Brihat, where it is big, there is no Dirgha A. Remember that. It's opposite.
Okay. Brihat also is standalone. Okay.
Standalone. There might be some others if you look at Shabda Manjari.
Okay. For now, I'm saying for our syllabus, okay, Mahat and Brihat is different from Bhavat. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So that is the main thing. Now the Strilinga Shabdas are very easy. If you know your Nadi Shabdaha, all the Strilinga forms are the same. Bhavati. So like Nadi, Nadyau, Nadyaha, Bhavati, Bhavatyau, Bhavatyaha. He Nadi. Rasva. You have to say it. He Nadi. He Bhavati. He Bhavatyoho. He Bhavat. I've forgotten. See. He Bhavatyaha. Then Bhavatim. Bhavatyau. Is that correct? Nadyau. Bhavatim. Bhavatyau. Bhavatihi. Bhavatya. Bhavatibhyam. Bhavatibhihi. Bhavatyai. Bhavatibhyam. Bhavatibhyah. Bhavatyaha. Bhavatibhyam. Bhavatibhyah. Bhavatyaha. Bhavatyoho. Bhavatinam. Bhavatyam. Bhavatyoho. Bhavatishu. You see how I emphasize the E? It sounds silly. Please do it. Okay.
Mahodaya, a question. You know this Vishesha Visheshanam is only related to the Alantaha Sabda or
No. For everything.
Okay.
Vishesha Visheshana Bhava, if in a sentence, if you have a single sentence, okay, Ramaha Khadati, Sundaraha Ramaha Khadati, Unnataha Sundaraha Ramaha Khadati, Dhiman Unnataha Sundaraha Ramaha Khadati. All of the ones in Prathama Vibhakti, you will find one Visheshyam and the rest will be Visheshanani. Avagatam va?
Yes.
So Unnataha is Akaranta. Sundaraha is Akaranta.
Yes.
Sundara. So it can be anything. You look at the Vibhakti.
Okay.
So,
Dhanyavad.
So now Ikaranta, Bhavati, Mahati, Brihati, all of them will follow Nadi Shabdavata. There is nothing special for Mahat or Brihat in Strilinga. There is one special Visheshyam which is called Sarit. That is Takaranta Strilinga Shabdaha. In this is not Takaranta Strilinga. It is written wrong. Oh my God, sorry. It is Ikaranta Strilinga. Shamyatam. This is not Takaranta. Khalu, it is Ikaranta. Ikaranta Strilinga Mahati Shabdaha iti asti tatra. But anyway, Takaranta iti Mahat Shabdaha Pratipadikam Upayujya Uktavantaha. I will check that. I don't know whether they will call it Takaranta or they'll call it Ikaranta Mahati. I'll have to check on that. But either way, for Strilinga, please note that it is exactly like Nadi Shabdaha. For Brihati or for Mahati. Okay, sorry, that is Napum. So Mahati, Brihati, same thing like Nadi. Okay. Now, Napumsakalinga Shabde, Tatra iti kinchit bhinnaha bhavati. Bhavan we know, Bhavat iti. Now, you'll ask me, this Mahat, Mahad, why is there two Vikalpa forms? There are two Vikalpa forms because of this Sandhi. This is just how you say it. When you're saying it fast, if I'm going to say Brihat, give me a this thing.
Brihat Karyam.
Brihat Karyam. Okay. Brihat karyam. This also has a vikalpa rupam. Now, when I'm saying it fast, I will not say brihat karyam. You will not hear the ta. It will sound like brihad karyam. Hello? Because there is actually a, from Laukika Bhasha, Panini made it, that this actually has a vikalpa rupam, in that it is got a vikalpa form of brihad. So you can write it either way, it doesn't matter. Brihad. Because when you say it fast.
Brihad Mahanagaram.
Exactly. So, Mahat Nagaram, like that. Nagaram is Napumsakaling, correct. So, Mahat or Mahad, that is only because of that, the way you speak. You can't emphasize the ta. It comes out as the when you're speaking fast. So, Mahat or Mahad. Hey Mahat Mahad. Mahat Mahad. There. That's why the Vikalpa forms are there. In Mahat Shabdaha, there is a Nakara that comes in the middle. Mahanti. Mahat, Mahanti, Mahanti. So there's the Dirgha A there. He Mahat, He Mahanti, He Mahanti. Same. Prathama and Sambodhana are the same. Dvitiya.
One question, sorry. So Bhavat, Mahat and Brahat, you said, right?
Yes.
So Mahat means what? Mahat is...
Mahan Purushaha asti. Saha Mahan Purushaha asti. Great.
Okay. And Bhavat means?
Bhavan, you.
Okay, so same Bhavan, okay.
Bhavan, same. But you can have Bhagavan, you can have Buddhiman, all that also is there.
Also under that, okay. And Brihat is big.
Brihat is big.
Okay.
Correct. So, Brihat and Mahat is just a slight change. Brihat you are talking about big, Mahat you are talking about great, like that. Okay. Dvitiya vibhakti madhya api Mahat, Mahanti, Mahanti, same. In Napumsakalingam, we know the Prathama and Dvitiya are the same. Then Mahata, look at it, everything from Tritiya onwards is the same. So you in Napumsakalingam, you only have to remember your Dvivachanam and Bahuvachanam forms in Prathama. If you remember that, everything else will fall through. No problem. Okay. Brihat is slightly different because in Brihat now it has a Vikalpa Rupam. It has Brihanti and Brihati. It has a Nakara or a no Nakara in Dvivachanam. That is the only difference. In Mahat Shabdaha, you have the Nakara. What is it in Bhavat Shabdaha? I don't remember. Is it Bhavat, Bhavanti, Bhavat? Is it Bhavat, Bhavanti, Bhavanti, Bhavanti? Do we have it even in our Pravesha book? My bindi fell off, sorry. Do we have Bhavat, Takaranta, Napumsakalinga, anyone in Pravesha? Anybody can check quickly?
It's Jagati.
So what is it? Tell me.
So Jagat, it's 207.
207, thank you. 207. Jagat Shabda. Jagat, Jagati, Jaganti. So there is no Nakaranta. There is no Nakaranta. There is no not Nakaranta. There is no Nakara in the middle at all. Okay. So in Bhavat Shabdaha, so listen because it's not there in the slides. Listening. So in Mahat Shabdaha, there is a Nakara which comes in the middle. In Brihat Shabdaha, it is Vikalpam. There can be a Nakara for Dvivachanam or no Nakara. In Bhavat Shabdaha and all the others, there is no Nakara which comes in the middle. Do I have it on the slide? No, I don't. Okay.
No, but but Bhavat will never come in Napumsakalinga, right?
Mitram. Can you use Bhavat? Mitram.
No, you said okay.
You will use the Pullinga or Strilinga, correct. What else can you use? Bhavat will not come. But can we use something else?
Yeah,
Bhavat won't come. Buddhiman we can't use. Buddhiman won't come. Again, it will be a thing. Yavat, Tavat will come. Correct. Yavat, Yavati, Yavanti. Yavat, Brihat, Tat. Give me a Napumsakalinga word. Yavat Brihat Jagat Asti, Tavat Brihat. I'll come up with a sentence for you later. I'm being put on the spot. Thank you very much. It's good. We can make Napumsakalinga words also, sentences also. I'll put it in the signal group. If anybody else has a
sentence. You can use it with Griham, right?
Griham, yes. Can you tell me a sentence with Griham?
You put me in the spot.
Yavat Brihat Bhavataha Griham Asti, Tavat Brihat Mama Griham Nasti. Yavat Brihat Yavati Brihati Bhavat.
Nadi asti.
But that will be Strilingam.
Nadi asti. Brihati you said. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yapumsakalinga.
Yavati Brihati Dvayoho Grihe Staha Tavati Brihati Etau Dvayoho Grihe Nastaha. It's good. Thank you. Griham. Yes. Does that like Vimanam? We can also use Vimanam.
Yes.
We can use Karyanam. All that we can do. We make a sentence. Send it on the Signal group. It's okay. Let's spam the group. No problem. Okay. So we have the differences are mainly in the Nakara in the Dvivachanam. Okay. Does everybody understand that?
That
For
is in,
Bhavat and similar to Bhavat Shabdaha, in Dvivachanam there is no Nakara. In Brihat Shabdaha, it can be Vikalpam. Yes Nakara or no Nakara, your choice. Vivaksha asti. In Mahat Shabdaha, there will be a Nakara. So there is always a slight difference between Mahat and Brihat and Bhavat. Okay? That's all there is the difference. Otherwise, it is just purely forms. Memorize the forms. Go to your Pravesha book, easiest place. Pravesha book, go and do it. So now I don't have time for this Halanta Shabdas. I'm not going to go into this I have time for. Yes, we will do. This I wanted to do. Okay. Let's make sentences with Halanta Shabdas. Okay. I'll go through and ask one by one. Give me 1 second. Let me get the list up. Okay. Let's start with Madhvi Mahodaya. So, Halanta Shabdaha santi atra. Avarane dattanam Halanta Shabdanam uchitam rupam vadata. You have to get the right vibhakti form for the thing. Okay. Vadatu idanim.
Gajaha Phalani Khaditavantaha.
Do the same thing we did last week. Do the first with just the basic 2 words. Gajaha Khaditavantaha. Then go up from there.
Gajaha Khaditavantaha. Gajaha Phalani Khaditavantaha.
Kani Khaditavantaha, Phalani Khaditavantaha.
Phalani.
Kidrishani Phalani.
Kidrishani Phalani. Is Mahat.
So, Mahat Napumsakalingam.
Napumsakalingam Mahat.
Keep your Pravesha book open. No problem.
Jaganti Mahanti Phalani.
Is there a Dirgha A there? Oh God, even I forgot. No Dirgha A. There is no Dirgha A. There is. There you go. See, even I made a mistake. Dirgha A for Bahuvachanam. Mahodaya?
Mahanti.
Mahanti. Exactly. Dirgha A.
Rajaha Mahanti Phalani Khaditavantaha.
Samyak. Uttamam. Agre. Agre. Vijay Mahodaya Bhavan Karoti va?
Okay. Asmin. Asmin.
Tell me the Moola Vakyam first.
Sukham Labhantam.
Samyak. Sukham Labhantam. Can you tell me the Vivaranam of Labhantam? What is the Labhantam?
Labhantam.
Dhatuhu kaha prathamam vadatu.
Is it Atmanepadi word?
Correct.
Atmanepadi Pratama Purush Bahuvachan.
Labhantam ityukte tatra vandate iti vadatu. Vandate. Can you tell me where you will see vandantam?
Dvivachanam.
No, Pratama.
Which lakara is it? Which lakara is it?
Lutlak.
Lot.
Lot.
Samyak. So lot lakare vadatu ekavaram.
Vandatam, Vandetam. Vandetam, Vandantam.
Bahuvachanam. You said it correctly. Bahuvachanam prathama purushaha. And the dhatu is labh. Labh dhatu. Atmanepadi. So this is in Bahuvachanam. In Bahuvachanam lot. So the sarve sukham labhantam. So sarve is the kartripadam. Sarve labhantam. Everyone should get. Kim labhantam?
Sukham labhantam.
Sukham labhantam.
Sukham labhantam. Okay.
Sarve sukham labhantam. Idanim kutra sukham labhantam?
Jagat.
Jagati.
So Jagat.
Jagati.
Saptami.
Saptami. Jagat Shabdasya Saptami Vibhakti. So Vijay Mahoday Bhavan vadatu.
Okay, Jagat Sarve. Now, Sarve is what? Is it in
Sarvaha Sarvau Sarve. Sarvaha Sarvau Sarve.
Okay,
So Sarve is Bahuvachanam. Sarve Labhantam is correct. Sarve Sukham Labhantam. Sarve Kutra Sukham Labhantam.
Jagat, Jagati.
Jagati Sarve Sukham Labhantam. Asmin ityukte kim tatra?
That is what is confusing.
Asmin. Asmin ityukte asmad shabdah asmin khalu?
Ours, right?
Ours. Asmin. Asmin Jagati, in our world.
Our world.
Oh, okay. Asmin, ours.
Asmin Jagati. Asmin Jagati. So don't let the thing confuse you. We are talking, first find the Mula Vakyam. Sarve Labhantam. Sarve Kim Labhantam. Sarve Sukham Labhantam.
Kutra, okay,
Jagati.
Asmin Jagati Sarve Sukham Labhantam.
तो कीदृशे जगति रामे इत्युक्ते कीदृशपदम् अकारान्तपदमस्ति रामः रामौ रामाः and सप्तमी it is rame so कीदृशे जगति
कीदृशे जगति
अस्मिन् जगति
अच्छा अस्मिन् जगति okay so that becomes okay
yes asmin is actually the visheshanam of jagat there
oh
Mahodaya kshamyatam. You know, in that asmat shabdah, there was no word asmin.
That's what even I was thinking. Asmin is actually this. Etasmin, asmin. I don't remember which is sarvanama shabda it is. What is it for? Asmin, I see. It's idam shabdah. Go to Pravesha Pustakam 210. Makarantah pullingah idam shabdah. Ayam imau ime imam.
That we have not done.
Not done, but you'll see it in lots of books. And you'll see it in a lot of Balamodini and all. So it's okay. You'll see lots of new things. Asmin is Edam is this, like just like Etat. So it looks like Etasmin Khalu. So you see what it looks like. Etasmin. So Asmin is that. We don't know what the Padam is, so we can do Anveshanam later. But right now, Pravesha book has Idam. So we see it's Asmin. Don't know what it is, ask in the group.
No.
Bhasha Pravesha and RSS books will have lots of new words. So use it as a learning tool.
Okay.
If you don't know, ask. We'll all learn together. Chitamastu. Agre. Hina Mahodaya bhavati karoti va agrimam.
Bhavata stri saha kutra gantum ichchati. Sa kutra gantum ichchati.
Ekanimsham. Tatra, what is the Kriya Padam?
Ichchati. Gantum ichchati.
Gantum ichchati. Kutra gantum ichchati. So, is there a Kartri Padam there?
No.
No. So, it is like, you can say like Bhavan or Saha. Saha kutra gantum ichchati. It is Adhyaharaha.
Adhyaharaha.
Okay. So, say Saha. Saha ichchati. Saha kim ichchati?
So here it will come bhavata saha.
Bhavata, but they want strilingam.
Striling, okay.
So bhavati shabdah, nadi shabdah. What is tritiya nadi shabdah for ekavachanam?
Bhavatya.
Bhavatya saha kutra gantum ichchati. So you're asking, so ekah balakah asti, saha kimapi saha kutrapi gantum ichchati. Saha. So you're talking to, say, your bhagini and saying, Bhavatya saha kutra gantum ichchati. Where does he want to go with you? Tadrisham. Avagatam va?
Yeah. Okay.
Agre. Manjusha Mahodaya bhavati karoti va?
Shikshakah upayanam dattavan.
Samyak.
Shikshakah
what
Kim
could it
dattavan?
Be? Kim dattavan?
Upayanam.
Uttama.
Kintu upayanam kim asti aham na janami.
Upayanam means a plan or a method of doing something. Tadrisham. An idea. Upayanam. So what could this sentence be?
This and you mean what the sentence means?
Tell me in English what this sentence means.
Someone is asking, Shikshakaha, like Shikshaka gave the plan to someone.
To you, Bhavan. Bhavat. Okay, good. You got it correct. Now, what is the vibhakti that the Bhavat Shabda has to be in?
It has to be in Pullinga Shabdaha.
What is the vibhakti? You just said it. You said it in English.
Dvitiya vibhakti.
Dvitiya
no, Dattavan. Give Chaturthi.
Samyak. So, Chaturthi vibhakti vadatu Bhavat Shabdasya. Pullinga Bhavat Shabdasya.
Bhagini, aham confused asmi. Aham na.
No. Listen. So, Tritiya vibhakti will end in A. Chaturthi vibhakti will end in A. Panchami and Shashti will end in aha. And Saptami will end in E. So A, aha, E. So tell me.
Shikshakaha bhavate upayanam dattavan.
Samyak. See, you got the right idea, right? You got it. It should be Bhavat Shabda, Pullinga Shabdaha in Chaturthi vibhakti. So you don't know what it is, go back to the slide. Go back to the slide and go back to Pullinga Bhavat Shabdaha. Yeah. Oh, it is Bhavate. All that we care about is the form. We don't know the exact form, so what? Look it up for now. For practice purposes. You do more and more practice, you will get it. It will come to you. Okay? Tadeva. Bahu samyak. Uttamam. Hina Mahoday bhavatyaha prashnaha asti va kimapi?
No. Okay. No, I got it, means I wanted to answer the question.
Okay. Agre Mohini Mahoday bhavati karoti va? Karotu.
Vegena marut shabdah vrukshaha kampante. So kampante is the verb. Vegena is the adjective. Marut.
Aham prashnam prichami. Ke kampante.
Vrukshaha kampante.
Samyak. Ke. So and then what does marut mean? Do you know?
Marut is wind.
Correct. So what could we use that marut as? Kena vrikshaha kampante.
Marut tritiya vibhakti would be maruta. Vegena maruta vrikshaha kampante.
Samyak, can you tell me what it means in English?
Because of the speedy winds, the trees are trembling.
Very good. Did everybody understand that? So yes. It is not simple to find which vibhakti it should be in. You look at the context. The trees are shaking. Marut is wind. So wind has to be the cause of the trees shaking. So it has to be the marut dwara. So that means we have to use marut in Tritiya. It's not a simple thing, right? But it will come with practice.
But Mahodaya, like you asked the right question to that vrikshaha kampante. Like you asked Kena. So how do we know whether Kim, Kaha and Kena, how do you know what to ask at that time?
Correct. But okay, even if you say it to yourself in your own language, the trees are shaking. There is a wind is there, marut. So if I want to put them together, how will that marut be affecting the trees? It is because of, it should be some instrumental.
Oh, okay.
Avagatam va? And I will also make sentence mistakes, okay? Don't worry. We keep trying. We are trying at this point in time, what we are trying to do is get an understanding of the whole sentence. Then we decide what vibhakti it has to be in.
No, but Mahoday, for whatever we have done exercise so far, our focus was Visheshan is always just before the Vishesha.
That was Bachchu exercise. You're graduating now. Okay?
It can be applicable now anywhere.
It is still, that it's still, yes. But if you see in 4, right, Vijay Mahodaya, in 4, we've got Bhavate. It is not related to Upayanam.
Correct. That's why when somebody said Dvitiya, I also thought Upayanam is what we are.
Yes. And we have been doing like Vegena, the other part will also be Ena only.
Yes.
Like Vegena Rama or something like that. But this one is Vegena Maruta. To think like that, you have to know the Marut Shabda as well properly.
Correct. But we have to do it sometime. So we'll do it now.
So Vegena Maruta is fast wind.
Correct. Vegaha Marut is what lingam?
Marut is pullingam.
Oh God, Marut is a different shabda altogether. Let's
Yeah,
go.
we have 4 takaranta pullingas
Page
in
198.
Pravesha.
Page 198 of Pravesha book.
Oh God
has
bless
that
you.
one.
Page 198. Let's go to
So
page
we have four takaranta pullingas in takaranta in the Pravesha book.
Correct. There is Marut is also there. That is, see, Dhimat is Dhiman. Pachat, you don't have to worry because that is Shatranta Shabda. That we will go into in Shiksha. So you don't have to worry about that. But in Dhimat we have to know, Mahat we have to know. Marut though, is Marut Visheshanam? Is it an adjective?
It look like it's a Visheshanam.
It's a Visheshyam.
Visheshyam.
Marut Shabda is Visheshyam.
That Vega is now looks like the
Visesh.
Yes, Visheshanam. Samyak. So anytime you are in doubt, go to Pravesha book or Sanskrit Abhyas or do something like that. We will see Bhasha Pravesha has new words. So you have this week's homework will be from Bhasha Pravesha. If something doesn't make sense, please start a discussion on the group and don't worry about it. We will work through it together. Okay. Anything that is problematic. Or if you make a mistake, the graders will correct it. We have graders from the next level. So don't worry. Okay. We'll try.
So this Marut Shabda need not be a Visheshan Shabda then.
No, Marut is not Visheshanam. It is Visheshyam. It is a noun.
Okay.
Yeah. They put in the Pravesha Pustakam, they put Marut Shabdaha, then you got Evam, Shula Bhrit, Jagrat, Ityadayaha. So Jagrat is actually different altogether. Let's not go there right now, otherwise we'll spend the whole time doing only that. Let's finish this. I still have one more thing I want to do. So we'll go to this first, okay? Samita, let's leave this one. Sarit, we don't know. We're leaving that. I don't know why it's part of this exercise. So we'll go on to this. Who has to do? Pragnya Mahode Bhavati, Na Kritavati Eva, Priya Mahode, Samya Mahode. Karotu, Samyata.
Dash Falani Pakwani Santi. Falani Santi is the main sentence.
Correct.
Falani Pakwani Santi. So here it is Mandapusak Lingam. Phalam phale phalani.
Samyak.
So further you ask Kim phalani, which fruits are becoming raw?
Becoming ripe. Now tell me something. Phalani is what vachanam?
Phalani is, sorry?
Phalani is what vachanam?
Phalani is bahuvachan.
So what should Kim Shabda be?
Phalau phalani.
So Kim should be in what vachanam?
Kim.
What vachanam should it be in?
Kim has to go to bahuvachan now.
So Kim ke?
Kani.
Kim kau kani. Kani phalani pakwani santi.
Samyak. Kani phalani pakwani santi.
Kani phalani pakwani santi.
Now, if anybody is going to get confused, close your ears. I'm going to give you a thing. What she said first was not wrong. Kim phalani pakwani santi can be a sentence because Kim can also be used in avyaya form. So if I come to ask you and say, hey bho, Kim phalani pakwani santi va? It's like asking, hey bho, listen, what? Those fruits are ripe or not? Tadrisham. That's also correct. Yeah. Okay. But if you do it in the homework exercise and all, please use Kani. Okay. But it is not wrong. I just wanted to let you know in case you see it later in a katha or something.
Dhanyavad Mohdaya.
Samya Mahode Bhavati Karati va.
In the test, it might be wrong.
Yes, please don't do it. You know what? If in the test you get it wrong, you come and you argue and you say, Anuradha had said this only. Anubhagini said this only. Okay. Samya Mahode Karati.
We record these sessions, right, Bhagini?
Exactly, there's proof.
Yeah. Tad pustakeshu subhashitani santi. Tat shabdah asti, dakaranta shabdah. Pustakeshu saptami vibhaktiyam asti. Tasmin pustakeshu subhashitani santi.
Tasmin ityukte vachanam kim?
I'm not very fluent with this.
No, you know it. Tasmin. Tasmin is what?
Yeah, saptami ekavachana asti.
Pustakeshu.
Teshu pustakeshu.
Teshu pustakeshu.
Teshu pustakeshu subhashita.
This one here is Visheshanam. Direct Visheshanam. Has to be saptami bahuvachanam. Uttamam. Cannot do it now. Kana Papa, don't. Not now. Agre kaha na kritavati, kaha na kana kritavati.
aham Hemrani.
Karo ka uktavati, Shamita?
Hemrani.
Tina Mahodaya karotu.
Tad dakaranta
Tell me the Moola Vakyam here.
Bhavan gantum shaknoti.
Bhavan shaknoti. Bhavan kim shaknoti? Gantum shaknoti. Now tell me, dvichakrikaya bhavan gantum shaknoti. So if you ask the question, bhavan shaknoti, bhavan kim shaknoti? Bhavan gantum shaknoti. Bhavan kaya gantum shaknoti?
Dvichakrikaya.
Dvichakrikaya gantum shaknoti. Dvichakrika asti. Kidrishi dvichakrika asti.
Tritiya vibhakti ekvachanam.
Idanim tad shabdah asti. Tu kutra asti dvichakrika? Atra asti va tatra asti va? Tad iti asti, etad iti nasti, tu tatra asti. So they're pointing to a dvichakrika that is there and saying, Bhavan, Bhavan gantum shaknoti, Bhavan dvichakrikaya gantum shaknoti. Now we want to use tad as the visheshanam for dvichakrikaya. What will you say? If I want to say that dvichakrika, how will you say it? Sa dvichakrika. Idanim tritiya vibhakyam? Sa tetaha, tam tetaha.
Taya.
Sampurna vakyam vadatu.
Taya dvichakrikaya bhavan gantum shaknoti.
Bahu samyak. Uttamam. Agre ka na kritavati? Stiya Mahodaya na kritavati na?
Mahodaya, here when you say taya, taya, it is what do you call this? Not a Strilinga. Is it?
Strilinga, Tritiya Vibhakti.
Is it Strilinga?
Because Vichakrika is what linga? Lingam. Vichakrika. So Akaranta Strilinga Vichakrika Shabdah.
But if it is Strilinga, it should be Tasyaha or Taya.
Tasyaha is what Vibhakti?
Fifth, sorry, I mean Panchami Vibhakti.
Panchami no chet Shashti. Parantu atra Chintayetu, it's saying Bhavan gantum shaknoti. Bhavan dvichakrika dwara dvichakrikam upayujya. Tritiya vibhakti. Dvichakrikaya gantum shaknoti.
Okay, Taya it comes, okay.
Taya is also Tritiya.
Okay.
Sa dvichakrika asti. Taya dvichakrikaya gantum shaknoti.
Okay.
Avagatam va?
Yeah.
Priya Mahodaya karotu agrimam.
Yeah.
महोदय गायिकानां स्वरः मधुरः वर्तते किं शब्दः कासां गायिकानां स्वरः मधुरः वर्तते
बहु सम्यक् किमर्थं कासां
गायिकानां षष्ठी विभक्ति बहुवचनमस्ति बहुवचनं
and so we have to have gayika is strilingam so ka ke ka kam ke ka and kasam will be shashti bahuvachanam. Very good. Uttamam. Okay, one more thing I wanted to do. This is from that ancient homework that you guys probably had problems with, and we have to do da shabda also, and I don't know where we'll have the time to do all this. We'll do just 4 or 5 or 3 or 4 examples of this. This one I want to make sure you guys understood it. You did the homework, but I don't know if you guys understood it or not. So idanim asti you just have to make a sentence. Bala iti uttamaha balah asti saha gam iti dhatu asti ekavachane gacchati uttamaha balakah gacchati. I'll just give the first example. So the whatever is in brackets is your visheshanam and what is outside is your vishesham. So uttamaha balah gacchati. Idanim, where is Pravesha Pustakam? Does anybody remember where the upasargas are? What page number? You should know this. This is very important to know to break
I
down a
think
word.
125.
125. Okay. Now I'm going to tell, where is it 125? 126. I have it. 126. I don't know, sweetheart. I'll tell you later. Okay. So there are 22 prefixes. If you can see in the Pravesha book. So let me stop the sharing really quickly. We've got pra, para, apa, sama, all that, right? My guru taught me a very nice way to remember this. And why do we need to remember this? Because when we have, like you saw, when we are doing breaking down the words, pada vivaranam, there's usually an upasarga there sometimes. We should know which upasarga there is. And because there are only 22 upasargas, we should know which one it is. Okay? If we don't know, it is pointless. So, let me quickly sing you a song. And you will learn that song. Okay? So it goes pra, para, apa, sam, anu, ava, nis, nir, dus, dur, vi, ang, ni, adhi, abhi, su, ut, prati, pari, api, ati, upa. You just have to remember this song. Memorize this song. If you memorize this song, you will never be confused as to which is a prefix and which is not a prefix. Okay? So I'll sing one more time. One person can repeat after me. And it's just very simple. It's a rhyme, right? This is how I remember. I go back and I start singing the song. Is it a prefix or not? Because sometimes what happens is like abhyasaha. I think, is that a prefix? No, it's not. It doesn't come in the song. Something like that you have to know. So, pra, para, apa, sam, anu, ava, nis, nir, dus, dur, vi, ang, ni, adhi, abhi, su, ut, prati, pari, api, ati, upa. And that's why when I did the homework, which I wrote, which you all cursed me. When I wrote that homework, that's why I had ang. Because in the Pravesha Pustakam, there is ang. That nga, what happens, they call it itta sanya in Panini, and it goes away. So it is a only. That is why agachati. Okay. So uttamaha balaha agachati. Very simple sentence. So Anuradha Mahodaya, can you do a sentence now for me? With there is a vishesham of gaja, visheshanam dhusara, and the dhatu is dhav, and I want it in dvivachanam. If you want to do in ekavachanam, do it. It's fine.
Okay. Dhusaraha gajaha dhavati is prathama purusham. Yeah, ekavachanam. So dhusarau gajau dhavatah.
Samyak. Now continue.
Okay. Same. Gajaha dhusaraha anudhavati. Gajau dhusarau anudavatah.
Bahu samyak. Simple. Okay. Next, Gayatri Mahodaya, can you do the next one?
एकनिमिषं महोदय.
चिन्ता नास्ति. अन्य कोऽपि करोति वा? इदानीम् अग्रे करोति वा? प्रिया महोदय करोतु.
चतुरः वैद्यः पठति. बहुवचनं. चतुराः वैद्याः पठन्ति.
Okay. Now, next one.
चतुराः वैद्याः प्रतिपठन्ति.
सम्यक्. प्रतिपठन्ति. चतुराः वैद्याः प्रतिपठन्ति. Now I'll give halanta shabda.
प्रतिपठन्ति इत्युक्ते प्रतिपठन्ति इत्युक्ते
studying towards something. So aham किमपि परीक्षा अस्ति तत् परीक्षां प्रतिपठामि. तदेव अस्ति. अग्रे
अहं पठामि महोदय.
अहं पठामि. अग्रिमं. No Sundara, okay? I want you to use dhimat. So we'll start takaranta now.
Dhimati.
You want to use Strilingam, use dhimati. Dhimati, no problem.
Tvam dhimati likhatsi.
Dhimati tvam likhasi. Doesn't make sense, but it's okay.
Dhimati.
Now same.
Tvam sundar.
Use
Sundari
dhimati.
Dhimati. Ut. Ut. What is that? Ut.
So I want you to use ut plus lik. Shamita.
Okay.
It's not written. That is the this thing. 1 minute, I will fix it. Now this is a little bit hard because there is vyanjanam ut plus lik. So can you just try to say it?
Yeah.
Just say it.
Utlikati. No.
Now when you say utlikati, is it easy to say? Does it flow off the tongue?
Utlikati.
Yeah, utlikati.
Utlikati doesn't flow, no? So
it's
the way they say it,
it's
it becomes
utlikati.
ullikati.
Huh?
It becomes ullikati.
Ullikati. Okay.
So if you see a verb where you got likati and you got an ut in there, when it meets together, it becomes ul. Because ta and la are actually at the same spot. They're both dantas. So ta becomes a la for ease of saying. Ullikati. So this is just to get us an idea about how these things work. Okay. Next.
Ullikati.
Dhimati tvam ullikasi. Ullikasi. Samyak. Not right now. Okay. Agre. Aka karoti. Kaha karoti. Who wants to do next quickly? Mohini Mahodaya. Karoti va?
Tvam namati. So tvam namasi. So dvivachana would be
namatha.
Namatha. So it wouldn't be tam. It would be you.
It's not laghu. It is laghu is a hard word, right? It is laghu will become what?
Laghu would be like guru, right?
Yes.
This would be
guru. So laghu and tvam will become yuyam.
Yuyam laghu namataha. No, not namat.
Shamita Mahodaya. Yuvam. Dvivachanam yuvam.
Yuvam, not yuyam. Correct. Thank you so much. Yuvam. So laghu yuvam namatha.
Laghu yuvam namatha.
Laghu yuvam namatha. Is everyone getting royally confused? Yes. Okay. What is happening here? You look at dvivachanam and you're saying nam dhatu. You're going to namati, namataha, namanti. So you're going namati. But then you look at tvam. So you know it is madhyama purushaha. So you go madhyama purushaha dvivachanam. So what is that? Namasi, namathaha. So you go namathaha. So yuyam namathaha. Now yuyam has a visheshanam of laghu. So it is dvivachanam. So it is laghu, right? Laghu, laghavaha. Let's use pullingam only. So laghu yuvam namathaha. Did that make sense?
No, but that laghu with tvam, I didn't understand how. Laghu is okay.
You small person, you bow. You are bowing.
You two small person.
You two small people, you are bowing. Does that make sense? It's not a great sentence, but does it make sense? The formation?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Vijay Mahodaya?
Yeah.
Okay. So the same thing now, when you go pranam, what will happen? We know how to do this.
So that would be dvivachana again. So that would be yuvam laghu pranamatha.
Pranamatha. Now you know that natvam, what happens? Because there's a repha, it becomes pranamatha.
Yeah, because of the repha. Yeah.
Because of the repha, it becomes na. We'll do a natvam also later. It's just that different forms. Now we don't have that much time. So what happened with gachati? Agachati. With dhavati? Anudhavati. With pathati? Pratipathati. Likhati? Ut. What happened? Ullikhati. See the different, how it changes things. Namati became pranamati. Let's just do that for now. Vandate, abhivandate. It's a simple thing. It's adding on in front. Abhivandate. Stha dhatu. Who knows what is the verb form? Quickly. Stha. What is stha?
Tishtati.
Tishtati. Third one. Okay. Go to Ashtadhyayi, put tha. You'll get tishtati. Ut plus tha will become what?
Uttishtati.
Exactly. That's where you got it. Uttishtati. Then you've got your yudhyati. Yodhayati. Yudhyati or yodhayati, I don't know. I have to check. So that one will come. Huh? Yudhyati? Yodhyati. Yodhyati. Then sam plus yodhyati becomes samyodhyati with an anuswara over there. Just to show you how the upasarga behaves. When you add the upasarga, what happens? Different changes can happen. That we will understand when we do Sandhi rules. So why was that homework given? It was a case of inquiry-based learning, which we shouldn't have done. Apologies.
Mahodaya, whenever Anu comes with a verb,
yes,
then the verb changes to following. Anu iti following.
Yes.
Similarly, some iti it becomes better. Pra also is better. And the upasarga comes. So what is
ut is to it becomes raised.
That is uttishtati, but in case of ullikati,
it is bhava. Bhava. It is it is you write. It is a emphasis.
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 Okay.
So
sometimes the meaning changes totally, no?
Totally. Viparita artham api bhavitum arhati.
So the upasarga takes this meaning alone. Is there a definition like
no?
Yadi no.
No such thing. No such thing. Not
it
at all.
It can be random.
It can be random.
As you say,
so that's why we go into the
royalty.
koshas. So that's why your best friend is that for this nama padani, your kosha.sanskrit.today. Best for that one. For nama padam forms, use that Sanskrit abhyas. For meanings, go to kosha.sanskrit.today because Learn Sanskrit has some mistakes in it. Quite a few mistakes in it. Okay. So like vikrini, if you see vikrinati, it will give you vikrinati is allowed. But vikrinati is not allowed. When V goes with krinati, it is only vikrinite. It changes to, it forces the atmanepadi form on it. Okay. It was mainly a case of getting you guys to search up dictionaries, look at things and see whether you can find it for yourselves. I think it was done too early. I'm sorry. I should have done it later. So, but you got an basic understanding. So we'll move on from there. Okay.
No, so, sorry, you teach so well. No. You call out the answer from our mouth, so that's great.
Okay. Vijay Mahodaya, can you quickly just tell da dhatu, the lat lakara, and tell me 2 sentences with da dhatu lat lakara? Shall I stop the share? Do you remember it?
Yeah, little bit. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay. Lat lakara, right? Okay. So Pratama Purusha dadati dattaha dadati. Madhyama Purusha dadasi dattaha dattha. And Uttama Purusha dadami daddaha dadmaha.
Dadvaha dadmaha.
Oh, dadvaha dadmaha.
Uttamam. Can you tell me 1 sentence with dadvaha? Avam.
Dadvaha. Okay. Vivachana Uttama Purusha. Vivachana. Okay. So Avam. No, Avam Uttama Purusha, right? So yeah, Aham, Avam and Vayam. Okay, so Avam Pustakaha Dadvaha.
Now ask yourself a question. Avam dadvaha. Avam kim dadvaha?
Kim dadvaha.
Guru Dakshinam.
Okay, Dakshinam.
What vibhakti should it be in? You said pustakam. So what vibhakti should it be in?
Chaturthi. It should be. I think
that is only for to whom you are giving. But I am asking, what are you giving?
Okay. So what can we give pustakam also?
Samyak eva. Avam pustakam dadvaha. Avam pustakani dadvaha. Mohini Mahodaya bhavati kimapi uktavati kim?
I was saying Avam Guru Dakshinam dadvaha.
Avam Guru Dakshinam dadvaha. Uttamam. Uttamam. Tatra Priya Mahodaya kasmai dadvaha.
आवां बालकाय पुस्तकं दद्मः।
आवां बालकाय पुस्तकं दद्मः। अनुराधा महोदय, भवती इदानीं दत्थ इति उपयुज्य एकं वाक्यं वदतु।
दद्मा वा?
दत्थ।
दत्त. Oh, I really don't know which.
यूयं मध्यमपुरुष बहुवचनं।
बहुवचनं।
यूयं मध्यमपुरुषं बहुवचनं। यूयं what can they give? यूयं प्रसादं बालकेभ्यः दद्मः।
दत्तः।
Actually, these forms how many ever times I read, I'm not able to remember.
Don't worry. That's why we want to do it every lesson. We do it. We were going to bid dhatu. Rajashri Mahodaya is not there. I'll send her a message and ask her why she didn't come. But Vijay Mahodaya thankfully reminded me. Sorry.
No. Nothing. No problem.
No. So we are focusing on bid dhatu and da dhatu, only lat lakara. So the forms for da dhatu are strange for we know all dadati. Dadati we all know, and dadasi and dadami we know. It is lat lakara dvivachanam and bahuvachanam that gets confusing. Okay, so Manjusha Mahodaya, yadi balakaha santi, so can you tell me with da dhatu? They are giving some.
Balakaha pustakani dadati.
Bahu samyak. Kasmai dadati.
Balakaha balikayam. I don't know. Balikaya.
Balikayai.
Balikayai pustakani dadati.
Bahu samyak. Balikayai pustakani dadati. Tina Mahodaya, bhavati vadatu. Idanim yuvam staha va nastaha. What is it? Asti staha santi asi staha. Yuvam, there are two of you. Yuvam, madhyama purusha dvivachanam. So can you say with that da dhatu? Yuvam?
Yuvam ramayai phalani dattha.
Very good. Bahu samyak. Dattha. Bahu samyak. Anybody wants to make a sentence with da dhatu in either dvivachanam or bahuvachanam? Madhvi Mahodaya, Vijay Mahodaya, Hina Mahodaya, anybody wants to throw out a sentence for me with da dhatu? I can share the screen and show it really quickly. Just where did it go? Here. Da dhatu latlakara kevalam. Anybody? Hina Mahodaya, ekam vakyam dadmaha upayujya. Hina Mahodaya. Yuyam va? Dadmaha.
No, vayam. Vayam ramayai yuyam ramayai phalani dadmaha.
Vayam dadmaha. Vayam ramayai phalani dadmaha. Bahu samyak. Uttamam. Vijay Mahodaya, bhavan ekam vakyam vadatu.
Vayam.
Dattaha. Prathama purushaha dvivachanam. Subalakau. Vijay Sundaram Mahodaya, bhavan vadatu.
Balakau pustakau dadattah.
Dattah. Balakau pustakau dattah. Pustake iti bhavati tatra. Pustakam pustake.
Pustake.
In vivachanam. In vitya vibhakti. So it has to be object.
Like phale.
Exactly. So balakau pustake dattah. Kasmai dattah. No chet kasyai dattah. To whom did they give? They can give it to, say, the teacher.
Yeah. Adhyapika.
Adhyapikayai. Adhyapikayai dattah. बालकौ पुस्तके अध्यापिकायै दत्तः तदेव. So now we're focusing on da dhatu, lat lakara, mainly dvivachanam and bahuvachanam. So we'll do at the end, we'll do 1 to 2 minutes like this. We've gone over time. Shamita. So idanim prashnah asti va? Kopi?
एक request अस्ति, sorry. एक request अस्ति भगिनी. Upasarga, can you record it like an audio and put it on WhatsApp so we can listen to it?
That's wrong. Sure. I can do that. No problem.
I was also thinking, like, yes.
Chinta nasti.
Yeah, it's in the Pravesha page 196 or something.
126 is there, but yes, I'll record and put it.
Yeah.
Karami.
No, we have to play the tune.
You play the tune, yes.
The tune, yeah.
Yes. Vijan Mahodaya Bhavan, Shanti Mantram vadati va?
Mahodaya, just one question before that. In that Upasarga exercise, the hard part was the lang lakara because the a would come, right? That was the hard part.
We'll do it next lesson.
Okay, then yeah,
next lesson.
That was the hard one.
The same slide I'll do, but with lang lakara. No problem. We'll do. Okay. Vijay Mahodaya Bhavan, Shanti Mantram.
Okay. Purnamata Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuchyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
धन्यवादः सर्वेभ्यः. पुनर्मिलामः.
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः.